Hey everybody, Vader Saber 1984, also known as that drunk guy and his BS opinion. Uh, Happy New Year, everybody. It is now 2025. Lots of things have changed, hopefully for the better. And I figured today we're just gonna do a little bit of recapping of what this year has been, kind of some analytics, some numbers. We'll do a first, second, third, fourth out of videos, subscribers, all that kind of thing. Repeating. Now, what I was gonna do is I was gonna premiere my intro music, but I didn't bring it. I thought I had it with me. It's still on the laptop. I don't have it on the backup phone. So, anywho, let's do this in ordinary fashion, and I'll also go along with other things that have changed. But grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a smoke, and remember, this is just my opinion, just my 2 cents, just my bag of tea. So if you don't like it, grab onto your butts, your balls, your boobs, whatever you got, because here we go. In ordinary fashion, without doing any cuts, any edits, shooting straight from the hip, let's just go ahead and say thank you to everybody that watched the videos this year. Looking at my analytics right now for the past month, uh, watch time, views, just in the month of December to January 8th right now, I've already got 176 views just in this short month already. So thank you for everybody who help share this, watch this, and pay attention because the ultimate goal is to just be heard, right? And a lot of times I'm like, I don't do this for money. I don't, because I don't reach the certain subscription level. I don't have the amount of view level, and I think some of those actually change, and I definitely uh, am working on it though. So let's get it out of the way. Out of this past year, I have released 65 videos. Now, granted, some of these were shorts. I think maybe 3 or 4 of them were shorts. And so they pretty much steal the most views because nobody has an attention span anymore. They really don't. They just want, hey, get in, get it done, get to the point, and shut up. Nobody has the patience to sit and listen to something for 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 8 minutes, And most of mine I try and keep right in between, 19 and 30 minutes. I'm working on that though. But the attention span for people is just, you know, God bless your women at home if you have chicks, because, geez, if you only give them my average watch time, I mean, good Lord, people, this is. I mean, some of you guys are just stopping after 3 minutes. Some of you will make it for, a whole five and a half. Some of you will even make it to 18 minutes. God bless you. But most people in this whole year have been separated in between the two longer of the videos that got the most views. Second and fourth place were, uh, excuse me, third and fourth place were Men Talk with CP as a guest, and that was at 161 views for the year. And then, of course, the one I just released a few weeks ago came in number 4 with the lower amount of views in, of course, a lot shorter period of time, 113, and that was Robbed by the Grinch. So, with it growing, it's got a long way since everybody else, all the other videos had a lot more time to kind of gain traction. But within 2 weeks, 113 views, for my content, for my people that, watch my videos or just humor me, thank you. I really appreciate it. Now, before I get to number one and number two, let's talk about something else that has changed. Why am I not smoking a cigarette right now? I swore to everything holy that I would not be like these hipsters sucking on these little things that look like colored dicks with their flavors. I wouldn't do it. Well, eventually you gotta try and stop putting bad things in your body as best as possible. So I have in the past, since February, or excuse me, it's not even February yet. Since November, I have lowered my smoking cigarettes down to, from what was anywhere from a pack a day habit to maybe 10 packs a week, a carton a week, down to about a pack a week. And that's a pretty good jump, considering I've been smoking since I guess I was 19 or 20, so about 20, 21 years, give or take. But you get to a point and you got to say, you know what, Travis, this is still a crutch too. It is. But I bought this in November and I still have 70% on this thing. So $20, supposed to have about the equivalency price wise of 4 packs of maybe 3 packs of cigarettes, 3.5, which would be 3 or 4 days for me, and it's lasting since Thanksgiving. So I'm trying, but it's still a crutch. You have one, you move to another, but overall, we're looking for the best and possible success of quitting smoking. So, yeah. Am I a hipster? No. Am I smoking their little hipster, gay, red-looking dick thing? Unfortunately, it's bad for you. But, whatever. All right, getting back to the topic. Now, out of all of the videos that I do, YouTube normally requires at least one every 2 weeks. Like if you're going to try and be a substantial, legitimate, making money or work to making money or getting ad revenue or something, you have to work your way up on that totem pole. And you have to do at least one video every 2 weeks, or maybe every 3 weeks, I think it is. Well, I've done about 65 videos within a year. Granted, when it gets colder and you're like, why do you look like a farmer? Well, because I work in a warehouse on my normal day job, and it felt like 13 degrees out there this morning. So, got to dress a little warm, considering that this whole week is only going to be in the high of the low 30s, maybe 40 degrees. If I'm working in the warehouse, got to stay warm. Don't want to get sick. Now, 65 videos. Out of all those, I tallied it up. If I go to my studio and my analytics of all of my views, I can just do it right here. And for the whole year, I have come up with 5,065 views. Not bad, right? Now, the worst video only had 1 view. And that's because it got a copyright on it. And I had to put a stop to who could see it. Just because back in the day with the backyard wrestling, there was music in the background and it was likeness issues. And so, yeah, I had to put a stop to that. So, but there's still some really bad failures out there. One being the worst view. 5, 7, 7, 6, 15, 12. No twos. So, anywho. But out of 16, we did have a number 1 and a number 2 video. And those were both actually about my dog. And the first video was called Teaching My Stubborn Dog How to Speak. It's only like a 13-second to maybe, no, I believe it's 30 seconds to a minute. And then the second highest viewing was called Dog Fail. And that was a security camera footage of me trying to get my dog to jump up and grab a toy of hers. And she jumped and committed too much and fell on her back, and I felt terrible. But that came in at 417 views. So, pretty happy about that. As I said, Men Talk at number 3 got 161. And number 1, drum roll, I'm cheap. I don't have any sound equipment on me right now. But number 1, Teaching Stubborn Dog How to Speak, came in at 435 views. Golf clap. Thank you, guys. I mean, dog videos just hit. You can look at a lot of the stuff I've done on here, like my political stuff. Not getting a lot. My food reviews, they average about 20 or 30. Ready to Rumble and Burn by PJ Walker, aka Just Incredible. That got 48 views. And then a lot of the shorts, I mean, 435, 75. There's one that I got for a riddle that I did not count because it was over a year ago. But it got 927, and then June 27th of 2023 got over 1.3 thousand. 1,300. So those shorts really seem how to get the viewership. They really, I guess the analytics really like to push those short videos. So maybe that's something that I can try and narrow some of my stuff to. I still do want to do more of the longer videos that are with guests, out when we're enjoying the elements, when we're drinking, having a good time, shooting a shit, laughing, making fun of each other, whatever. Still looking forward to doing that. And I think, let's see, let me do a sound test real quick. Okay. I think that we'll have a couple more when the weather starts getting a little bit warmer. And also working on getting another studio set up, a different situation. All those things to come. But over the past year, we are now up to 79 subscribers. I wasn't able to go live until I got 50. So since that 50 mark, we have made it up another 29. So thank you, guys. There is somebody on here on my dashboard who is considered my most viewed content watcher under my analytics, and that goes to this young lady right here, 0810 Sean. My good friend Sean. She has posted 4 comments, and she has spent more time viewing than anybody else of my subscriptions. So again, Sean, thank you very much. We'll have to actually put you on the podcast when it warms up, especially since the Bears did beat the Packers on their last attempt of what they call a football game of the season. So yeah, we'll figure something out, Sean. Thank you. Other than that, we got a new president or another repeating president coming into office. Yip, yip, hooray. Getting rid of the past 4 years, whether you liked who was in office or you wanted some other crazy batshit broad to come in there, that's your own opinion. These are just mine, all right? But quite frankly, I think we did better off. And if it weren't for the pandemic back then, 5 years ago, we probably would have had a lot better off than we do now. And I know it's only going to be a one-term thing for 4 years, but we got to do our best to get this country out of the shitstorm that it's in. It's getting pretty crazy out there. But other news that I've got, other than the smoking and yeah, I got nothing. So again, I want to thank number one sponsor, Kincaid Inc. Love you. You're the best. I want to thank you for all of the new subscribers, all of the subscribers, anybody that watches. I will do my best to put out more content that's not as long and not so repetitive of and bad audio quality. We're going to try and do things better. So this coming year, I'm going to try and push out maybe 2 or 3 videos a month. Okay, whether they're shorts or whether they're full-length interviews. We'll try and stick a little bit lower than the 65. I kind of feel like that's a lot of content for 1 year, considering I've been doing this going on 6 years or a little bit more. That's a lot to put out, and it's not getting the traction. So still plenty of videos for you guys to go out and look. Granted, it might annoy some of y'all and bad opinions of my bullshit drunkenness, but they're still out there. And a few of them have been taken down due to YouTube guidelines. They are still claiming some of the opinions that I put out there about vaccinations and lockdowns and all that stuff. They still consider that threatening and false information and dangerous, even though the laptop is coming out to be true and yada yada. Yeah, see, it's just, yeah, whatever. But that's obviously not what gets Mr. Beast views. Do I ever want to be popular like that guy? Probably not. But do I want to at least, get up to a point where I can start getting some plaques and maybe get some revenue? Because, hey, life ain't cheap, especially in this high inflation and crazy world. So every little bit helps. But once we hit the mark of having 5,000 subscribers, and I believe it's 50,000 views, that's when we're going to start making things count. But again, we're at 79 subscribers. We got to bump that up a little bit. A lot of it. But I do appreciate every view that I get, every share, every like, every comment. So, I don't care if it's, hey Vader, I don't care if it's, hey Travis, I don't care if it's, hey asshole, hey drunk guy. Leave me a comment, hit the like button, share it if you think any of it's worth a damn. This obviously probably won't get a lot of likes and shares because it's just kind of a year review. But again, I want to say thank you to everybody I've had on the podcast. Anybody that's shared, thank you so much. And we're going to keep doing it as best as I can. We can. If Charles is still apart and available, we'll keep rocking it out. So Vader Saber 1984, also known as that drunk guy, and his BS opinion. Here's the 2025. Cheers, fuckers.